Hey everybody, welcome back to We Are Podcast.
This is Camp Slash Horrorcast, Season 3, Episode 21, Deathbed, the Bed That Eats.
Please head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, or iTunes, and give We Are Podcast Network a like. And just a reminder, Camp Slash Horrorcast is a weekly live videocast available on Twitch and YouTube. We go live every Monday at 8 p.m. Central Time at twitch.tv/We Are Podcast Network and youtube.com/We Are Podcast Network. As the Camp Slash Horrorcast is live, I will not be editing the audio for this podcast. So what you saw live is what you get here. Please come watch the stream every Monday at 8 p.m. And if you want to see the previous streams, go check out our Twitch or YouTube channel. And for a full list of future films we'll be watching, please head over to Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /We Are Podcast. All links can be found in the description. And with that, on to the Horrorcast.
Hey everybody, welcome to Camp Slash Horrorcast, where we talk horror movies from the past every Monday at 8 p.m. Central Time. This is your head camp counselor, Duck. I'm here with other head camp counselors. We have Jay, afraid of what's the matter, baby. There is nothing to be afraid of. McClintock. Jay, how are you feeling today, sir?
I'm feeling good, man. This was a nice stormy weather watch. I think I watched it in the best possible scenario I could have. So I'm in a pretty good mood.
In a bed?
Hanging out in a bed.
Yeah.
Next, we got Raph. You hungry? It was a long walk, Ramirez. Raph, how are you doing, sir?
Fantastic, sir.
Excellent, excellent. Next, we got Jacob Flowers. You brought flowers to the country, Pinkston. Jacob, how are you, sir?
I'm all right. I'm more amazed how you got this many quotes out of this fucking movie already. I don't remember a thing that they said.
I had to go back and rewind. Finally, we got our new camp counselor, Barry. For Demon's Eyes Are Always Filled with Blood, Whitewater. Barry, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing excellent. Let's get to bed right now.
Let's do it. All right, guys, we watched Deathbed, the Bed That Eats, released October 26, 1977. Kind of.
We've already lost one viewer.
Oh, bye, Jake. It was released in 2003. This movie was lost for 30 years almost. 20 something years, I guess 25. But yeah, it was an unreleased film for a very, very long time. And then in 2003, the director decided to actually make it available. So that's when it happened. Running time on 77 minutes. A synopsis: a bed possessed by a demon spirit consumes its users alive. Let us watch a trailer, and the trailer we're actually going to watch isn't from this movie. It is from another movie called Deathbed, because I thought it was entertaining. So
more entertaining than this movie? That's
yes,
good.
This trailer is great. Oh, come on now with the hey now. You guys see that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right.
Now I lay me down to sleep, and I pray my soul to
This
keep.
is awesome.
And if I die,
It's like they borrowed the cameras from Monkey Shine.
And your soul I'll take.
That was
Say
pretty
your
cool.
prayers. Rated R.
I thought that was great. Yeah, the trailer for this action one just showed a ton of slow scenes from the movie. So, all right, guys, does anyone have a history with this movie? Barry, you suggested it. Other than the Patton Oswalt sketch, do you have anything with this?
You know what? I'm going to be honest. I'd never seen the movie. I just had I have listened to the Patton Oswalt track about 1 million times, so that's why I suggested it.
Nice.
Yep. Rape stove. That is where it's at. So
We can do that a lot.
does anyone else have history with this movie? I surely think not, right? No one? No one?
No.
Enjoying this episode? Go check out Geekster, a dating and friends app for geeks that focuses on common interests as a way to make meaningful connections. Download today on the App Store or click the link in the description to find out more. Geekster, this is what happens when nerds collide. Geekster, available on iOS and Android.
All right, well, let's get into it then. This is a movie. It's a very artsy
Accurate.
movie.
off the bat, fire the fucking Foley artist, okay? I don't need 5 minutes of a person eating an apple in the fucking background. Like, what the fuck is going on
The
here?
whole time. That was so annoying.
What's really weird is the version I sent y'all, the Foley wasn't that bad, but if you watch the YouTube version, it's a lot worse. Like, it is loud as shit. Hobby
the first
even
time
said,
the door opens...
Sorry, go ahead.
It's like, the first time the door opens, it's like...
Yeah, it's
like, I swear to God, it was somebody blowing a fucking raspberry.
Javi said, did they just hold a cricket up to the microphone and go for it, little buddy?
The whole time.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. But the movie opens with 20 minutes worth of crunching noises, which really sets the standard for what you're about to go through. And we get that squeaking gate, which is terrible. The ADR is terrible all around the place. But you know what? It was a movie made on the cheap in 1977. I think it was made for like $10,000. So
that seems overpriced for this fucking movie.
He ended up spending actually $30,000 by the time it was done. So it went over budget. And what's interesting is he tried to sell it and no one would buy it. And that is shocking to me. Because I don't think it was that bad.
Is it?
Well, you realize why they didn't release it till 2003. Because this piece of shit.
No, it's not that bad, dude. Well, and then again, I watched it with Javi, which I think made it more enjoyable. What's up, Hobbs?
What up?
I think it made it way more enjoyable.
Oh,
but yeah, I think that it wasn't. I think as an artistic piece, it was pretty decent, and I like. Oh, come on! Did everyone hate this movie? Really?
No.
What you hear is the thinking. No, there was no real dialogue. It was really annoying.
Yeah, they don't know how a movie is structured at all. So they just do narrations of exposition. They can't form any like real dialogue between these people. So they just have to fucking just tell you what they're thinking. It's like,
well, I like that. I like the fact that the painting is alive and that it is talking. And narrating what the bed's thinking. The bed never talks. I like that. I like the fact that the painting knows all, sees all. And
the bed just grunts and gets horny.
It did get horny, didn't it? Whenever the girl took off her blouse and stuff like that.
Yeah. Whenever he had the cigarette put out on it, he's got a very specific fetish. He was like, oh, whenever she fell asleep with the cigarette.
Barry, you suggested this.
I will never go to Bed Bath and Beyond and think of it the same way again. When I'm looking at the paintings and the bed, I'm like, this is getting busy in here. I'm just saying.
So you suggested
I started
this
thinking
movie.
About
Sorry, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're good.
I was gonna say, Barry, you suggested this movie. How do you feel about it now that you've watched it?
You know what? I believe, first of all, I think Jacob is right. The Foley guy blew out the budget. That's why the candle budget for the first couple that came in, because when you light a room and you have the room,
so funny.
I was like, how did that even survive in that guy's pocket? Basically, set that thing down. And by the way, we're all agreed. By the way, it is Mountain Dew that everybody's being dissolved in, right? Or is that Mellow Yellow? Because it is the 70s.
Mellow Yellow, for
it
sure.
is Mellow. Okay. Yeah.
I just want to figure he's like, I better set the mood. Let me bust up the good old fashioned tea candle.
Yeah. Dude.
Apples and wine.
I got
apples, wine, and a bucket of chicken.
And 2 apples.
Bro, that's how you got down back in the 70s.
Exactly.
Dude, I would have been killing it. I bring chicken to every date I go on. I would have been fucking just like balls deep in snacks in the 70s. Like, yo, dude, I got apples and chicken. You want to do this or what?
Did you notice how that guy got the girl all tired and out of the fucking way? And then he's like, well, we could go back, baby. It's getting dark, though. He was trying to get her in there.
Oh, my God. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
The peer pressure.
Good.
Like, we can, but you want some of this dick, right?
Right. And then she was teasing him on the bed. What I hated was when the bed started eating the fucking apple and it spat out that apple core. Then I was annoyed. I'm like, why didn't it
just cyanide in it, bro? It was being very.
It's not good to eat the core. The bed knows this.
Crunch.
Do you eat your apple cores?
No.
I like that though. I like the fact that the apple's there and then it does a little Muppet thing and it goes down and then it comes back up. I thought that was cool. And
Also
then the bed got
appreciated.
drunk. on wine. I thought that was kind of neat.
I also appreciate that he ate the chicken, cleaned the bones, and then put everything back into the bucket and closed the bucket back up and then put it back up.
Yeah,
I'm like, this man's
removed
got
all
some
of his
manners.
mucus off of there. Also, the bucket's dry, the apples are dry.
He was trying to prank him.
Yeah,
Good, Jay.
What I like is the piece of chicken that went down was a drumstick, and then what the guy pulled out was a wing and a thigh, showing. Like, I'm sure the producer was like, "Did somebody eat this drumstick?" Because we were supposed to show this in picture. That crew was like, "It's like, you guys, we can't eat the drumstick. We had guys." What have I told you?
The Foley artist was eating the fucking drumstick. Oh, there's a wing left over there. You can throw that in.
That's all we got.
The Foley was so bad for this movie, like, especially the beginning part where you just hear a frog croaking. I told Doug, I was like, I guarantee that fucking Foley artist is just holding his boom, and he's got a frog just like right there, and holding a frog right to the boom mic. He's like, I need you to croak louder, frog.
Croak like you've never croaked before.
Wait, the ASMR didn't work for you guys?
Yeah, no shit.
How about those hip huggers though? Did those work for you? And there was some 70s titty in this movie. Just throwing it out.
70s titties were on point.
I was about to say, and some 70s lingerie going on there too.
Oh yeah,
so I'm pretty sure that the lingerie lady who went back was probably Helen, or like a Gertrude, because that was some pretty, that was some maiden form looking stuff right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, the movie is interesting because the bed eats, and it finds a way to have the bed eat over and over and over again. And then it gives you even more in the middle where it shows like the past of the bed eating.
Oh, my favorite part.
And the old lesbian lady.
The best part of the whole movie. The two gangsters, they're playing cards on the bed together. Like, what are you doing? Like, you just come out to the fucking, they come out to the like summer cottage to play cards. I don't know. He was like in this giant villa before, and it just cuts to them sitting in bed together, playing cards. And then his buddy is just like, there's no muzzle flash. There's nothing. He's aiming at his crotch. The guy takes the gun, aims at his crotch. Like, you should have been out of bullets already. It's a revolver.
By the way, everybody knows this is the movie that ended the waterbed craze, right? Everybody knows that, right?
Like, no
everybody
way,
was like,
have you seen Deathbed?
Grab that receipt. We're going back to Rick's waterbeds tomorrow.
I'd have them. Yeah, I also like on the cards it says "You are dead." I'm like, can the bed write stuff on cards now?
Clearly.
Like, the rules are kind of all over the place.
What a
and
little scamp.
There was a lot of
excited.
poltergeist activity.
Well, I got excited because whenever the girl is climbing out of the bed, she climbs across the bed and then she falls into the bed, right? And then she climbs across the floor for about a half hour to get to the stairs.
That's the scene that took on forever. Yes.
Never screamed once. Can they not scream? Do they not know how to scream?
Well, she was making noises, and it was like,
it's like an amigo with all that ketchup on her ass.
Well, Hobby goes, if anyone walks past my apartment, they're going to think I'm watching porn right now.
It'll be like, what's different than any other fucking time that anybody walks by your place?
They go, are you watching porn? I go, yes, but I'm definitely not watching Deathbed because that's slightly more embarrassing.
Totally watching porn. Hardcore porn.
Yes.
Knocking on the roof and going, no, it's porn. Don't worry.
But no one ever really screamed in that movie either, especially when that guy got his hand like melted down to the bone.
Oh, my God. He doesn't even care either. He's just like, these are my hands now.
Looks like the cartilage just started to decay.
Yeah. And his sister just lays with her head on his shoulder while he just stares at his hands for about an hour like, these are...
And she was down, right? She had the Down syndrome?
Yeah, she had something.
Yeah, I was about to say, she's special. She's definitely special needs.
That's actually the dad from Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
Thanks, Javi. Yeah, that's awesome. I didn't know that.
Well, now you do. You're welcome.
It's Corey Matthews' father. I didn't know that. Javi pointed it out to me. I was like, holy shit, it is him.
Oh, Rusty Willis. No, Rusty Rusterson. Rusty Russ.
It was William Rusty or something like that.
It was Rusty Russ.
It's Rusty Russ in this movie. It's William Russ.
It sounds like a porn name, doesn't it? Rusty Russ.
That's probably why he changed it.
Yeah.
He was a ginger porn star back in the day.
Why did the guy in the painting have black nails? Did anyone see that?
He was sick. He was sick.
Well, he was
He said
sick.
he had
Oh,
a
okay, yeah, he
disease,
was sick.
maybe.
Okay, you're right. He had like
Yeah.
a old timey sickness. So that's
And
So,
that's
like,
why the
so-
bed didn't take his
So,
soul.
so tuberculosis turns you into an emo.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
In the
Really?
70s before vaccines, it did. Come on, guys.
Tonight will be the night that I will fall for you.
So
This movie does seem like it would be absolutely perfect for emo bands, though. It is definitely a pioneering picture.
I
There
can
is
take a back
definitely
Sunday
a
music
band
video
out there.
dedicated to fucking deathbed.
there's a band
My
out there
Chemical
named
Romance. My Chemical Romance could do some wonders with this movie.
We're just gonna play Deathbed, and we're gonna have a lava lamp and superimpose, and
Yes.
Javi
Yep.
singing.
And we'll just play fucking Helena on repeat, see if it syncs up at all.
and then we're gonna come out a guy with skeleton hands is gonna throw chicken bones at the audience.
Maybe they can get Deathbed into the Umbrella Academy, and then you'd really get a My Chemical Romance connection.
Wait, what?
Okay, but the bed eating the people, when it comes up with the orange foam, right? And
Like
like it
great
drags
stuff.
them down. That was kind of a cool concept. I thought that was great.
The digestion scenes were fucking awesome.
Yeah, that was,
Yeah.
and the fact
It's
that
like
they
the-
found a way to put so many people in the bed, I thought was.
I'm sure the practical effect was like they were dipping these things in like hydrochloric acid or something, and just watching it burn away. But
Yeah.
that
Coulda
was
done
actually
it.
really, and I like the little Pepto Bismol gag.
I hated that. I was just
Yeah.
gonna say could have done away with that.
No,
No,
that was
no.
where it was
That-
at.
It just
Where
added
the
to
fuck
it.
did he
like,
get it
okay,
from?
this movie is not taking itself too seriously.
Exactly.
And they did the
I
carnival
bet-
music also. Like,
I bet in the 70s, watching things dissolve in acid was a pretty good
oh,
time.
yeah, dude.
It's dissolving in acid. I'm
Have you ever
dissolving in
done it?
acid. It's pretty good.
Hey, we
I
gotta wait
Grateful
on
Dead Day.
Miles.
I watched
Miles
6,
saw this one.
What?
7, 8 things dissolve in acid a day. I'm pretty spent.
It only took 30 minutes per thing. No, I really like this movie like across the board. I thought the death scenes were interesting. I thought the fact they went into the past. I thought was a little bit artsy, but I also kind of dug that.
Thank you.
I was like, this is fun. It was just a fun, weird movie. It's trippy. 'Cause it's
Diane was
supposed
a
to be built-
bitch.
What was a bitch?
Diane was a bitch. The black lady. She was making everybody uncomfortable.
No,
Oh,
she didn't even show her tits either. All the
I
ones
like
that you
when her
wanted to
legs
show
were-
their tits didn't show them. And then the one that they're like, oh, cool, we got kind of some titties here.
Yeah, exactly. I think she's
Horrible.
18. Close enough. Let's see.
One thing I did want to know was the guy in the painting like in cahoots? Because that motherfucker was decked out, man. The drip was real
Yeah.
for that guy. He was just like, all these things. Oh, remember this person that you killed in the bed? And what about this person? Oh, I remember him. I was like, are you like
Is he
in a
the one
partnership?
rocking the rings?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the guy in the painting rocking all those rings and jewelry. And like when he killed the black lady, he had her fucking cigarettes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. That's how it goes, man.
Well-
The painting gets half of what the bed eats. Like
Spoils.
yeah.
I thought it was intriguing
Oh.
that the bed hadn't eaten in 10 years, and then in that
Doesn't
single
have
day,
to.
but in
Yeah.
a single day, it got 3 meals. Well,
Oh, yeah.
technically.
So
I
wait
was
a
thinking the
second.
guy in the painting.
Good day
So the
for the
paint-
deathbed.
So the painting is the bed's agent. Is that what you're saying? Because it gets like 10%.
Yeah, that's what
exactly.
Oh no, it's a weird partnership.
I think it's a
Yeah.
pimp hoe situation, more or less.
I think so.
Oh,
this-
when they had the pimp and hose, that was funny. The orgy getting ate. That
Oh,
was
yeah.
the best.
Dude, that bottom bitch was very attractive.
She was always not satisfied.
She was the pimp's top earner.
I mean, I looked
She was
over to Hobby
gorgeous.
whenever she was on the screen. He was biting his bottom lip.
I was like,
so-
And grabbing his
That
bottom
is
dick.
one attractive bottom bitch.
I was gonna say this movie's based on a dream the director had, and that's why it has like a fever dream kind of aesthetic to it, where like a lot of it doesn't. Well, I mean, none of it makes sense, of course. But I thought that was kind of cool because it does feel like a dream. He was able to actually create something that you could have a nightmare about, and like it's not a scary premise at all. But I mean, I'm not gonna go to sleep tonight worrying about my bed eating me. But he made it
Yeah.
work. I like kudos to him. Like it's the only like you're like how's because I was super worried that this movie was going to suck terribly, and
It
I know
really
everyone
did.
across the board except
Did you
for me.
watch the same movie?
Nope, I liked
No.
it.
This movie is
Duncan's
so
gonna,
good.
Duncan, you're gonna freak out as soon as you shut here. Ben?
That's gonna be tonight. Yeah.
That fucking weird noise when they were driving in the car for the first time. It's just all of a sudden, it's just like.
Yeah, the
They're
sound design
talking
is
like
always
they're
good.
trying
Like-
to narrate. It's like, what the fuck is
Look,
happening right now?
Look, you guys aren't old enough, but that's what AM radio used to sound like in between
Oh.
stations.
I listen to Paul Harvey.
Good day.
When I watched the
And good afternoon.
so I watched the one with the featured commentary, and I felt like the director was doing a lot of apologizing. Wow,
Okay,
gotcha.
yeah, this better have been a Joel Schumacher Batman Forever apology commentary. And whenever Miles said there was a director's commentary, I was like, the audacity of this son of a bitch. Like, I'm gonna make a director's comedy for fucking Deathbed.
You know, I heard that the commentary was just like, "Hey, I'm sorry that it got found after I hit it."
No, he was actually kind of like Uwe Ball defensive, where he's like, "Well, if you don't like it, you might as well stop watching it because it's not going to get any better." What a ringing endorsement of your own film! Like he's like, "This is about it."
Like a passive aggressive guilt trip.
Yeah, this
He
is what's
hasn't-
going to be.
He hasn't done anything else since either. It's crazy.
Oh, nobody just likes what I make, so I'm just not going to direct anymore.
He auditioned the Deathbed. He auditioned the Deathbed for Pee Wee's Playhouse, but it didn't make the cut.
Well, we should have known when it was Fear Factor presents Deathbed with these people.
They went with Couchy.
Did anyone like this movie other than me?
I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, I didn't hate it.
It
I
did
didn't hate it at all.
alright. I mean, it sucked, but it was, no, it's bad.
I only like that kill with the necklace. That was my favorite kill. The
That
necklace.
was
The chainsaw.
That was pretty
That
cool.
bothered me.
And
I
then what
liked,
I couldn't
uh,
understand, excuse me, I couldn't understand was how did he push the fucking skeleton and those flowers grew immediately?
Well, that's my question. Does he poop outside? Is that what it is? And
Does it go outside like a golden retriever?
I think it goes from the bed frame into the ground and fertilizes the earth.
I like the fact that they
Underneath.
took the bed outside. I thought that was kind of unique. And
I know.
I
Like,
got a
Yeah, I
question.
like I like the wiggling foot. The wiggling foot was really good. That was my favorite part.
I also like when he got that girl at the end and he sucked her up from underneath the bed. So I was like, oh,
That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Get on.
I had a question. I couldn't understand the ending because the sound design for the end was so fucking hard. It was impossible to hear any of that fucking dialogue. All I got. Oh, I think that's Jay.
I muted it.
And all I got from that dialogue was, "Oh, your life for hers." And then they did a transmutation circle like without a Full Metal Alchemist, and they teleported the bed somewhere to set it on fire. How did that happen? You know what? It's a bad movie. I'm gonna stop asking questions about it.
Yeah.
I don't
I
wanna know
think Full
anymore.
Alchemist actually borrowed a lot from this.
We got Miles coming in.
if you really look at it, you can see where George Lucas stole a lot for Star Wars for this
Oh
movie.
yeah.
I wonder
Yeah,
if Wes
sure.
Craven stole this idea for To Kill Johnny Depp.
think
Ooh,
you're
that's
right.
a good. Well, no, 'cause the
No,
movie
it's
wasn't
the
released.
Joey
until
in
25.
part 4 in the waterbed.
Yeah, yeah. And you got to remember this
How's
wasn't
this
released
for a
for
wet
25,
treat?
25 years.
Why not both?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, there's not a lot else to say about the movie. It was bad, good, bad. It was super artsy.
They
I
got
didn't
a
understand
job
he
the
when
really-
he play the preacher.
He made the movie for himself, and if you want to come along for the journey, you're allowed to.
Yeah.
Like he made it. He made it for his own enjoyment. So I mean, is that good? Is that bad? Is that the eye of the beholder?
Yeah,
Eye of the
who knows?
beholder.
I mean, he had a vision and he made it, and you know what? The vision is perfect.
There's buckets of
Miles, what is
chickens.
up?
I came in just in time to hear Barry say that he had a perfect vision, and I think we're still talking about Deathbed. So I
That's
Oh, yeah.
right. We are
a little
That's
confused
exactly-
right now.
Miles,
Here's the
Sorry,
other
go ahead,
thing too. When you're taking your lady out for a night on the town, and you go to a deserted castle, and you go to a room, and there's nothing else in there, but a perfectly maintained bed that has been deserted for centuries. Don't question anything. You just lay her down. You go to town. Everything's
You light
okay.
your
Don't worry.
tiny candle.
Rest
You
assured that
tiny
everybody's
candle.
gonna get eaten.
To
You
be
bust
fair,
out your wine and chicken buckets.
to be fair, I've had sex in worse
Candle.
places.
The candle for
No one
bed.
believes that
was
you've
about
had
to-
sex, Ducky.
No, come on! I keep telling you guys I did.
He's had.
Eventually-
I've seen it.
I don't know if we talked
light a
about it already,
tiny
but I really
candle.
love the painting of the bed was also the only other feature of the room. You have the bed and the painting of the bed, and everything's fine.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
you also
there's
have
like-
the fireplace that is lit sometimes, and sometimes it's not, and then sometimes it's not lit, but then the camera changes and it's fully burning. Who knows why?
You know what
The
I
guy's
hate
a
about these
poltergeist.
movies?
Because that bed is David Blaine. That's who it is. All right. It's on fire. It's on fire.
I'm going to
That's
be
what
in
it is.
bed for 31 days.
It was his greatest trick ever.
Hey, I'm sorry if this has already been brought up, but Barry, I've been dying to ask. Did you know about this movie before Patton Oswalt made the joke about it?
I did not. Patton Oswalt enlightened me to it.
Yeah,
Reasonable.
That's
His 3-minute bit was my favorite part of the film, personally.
Yes. Yes.
pretty
It
good. It's got
is.
a killer punchline. Yeah, it's not a good movie. It is a good movie. Miles, what do you think?
You know, I feel like under the right like blend of drugs, it would probably be a really good movie. It's got
Like
that
acid?
yeah, honestly, probably that would be your best choice. But like those like the eating scenes specifically are really weird. Like it's like you're looking inside a lava lamp, kind of is like the vibe I got.
Barry said it. Yeah.
Is that what you said as well?
That's right, Miles. We are simpatico, baby.
Hell yeah, dude. But I thought that was actually kind of a cool, like at first I thought it was ridiculous and it continued to be, but I enjoyed it more the longer it went along. I had a weird situation happen apparently just on my end, but the link that we had halfway through the audio went out. And the only other thing I was able to find was the director's commentary track for the last half. So I just watched that instead. And that was actually kind of enlightening. It was pretty cool. He did actually tell people that while he's definitely like had drugs, he wasn't on them during the making of this.
That does not make it any better.
Sure.
That kind of makes it worse. He's like, you made that sober?
Oh, and the most for me personally, my favorite thing that I learned from the commentary was that curly blonde actor, the guy, the brother.
The guy that looked like Lindsey Buckingham.
This is the third time this is going to be mentioned, by the way.
You mean the guy that looks like the dad from Boy Meets World?
Motherfucker, did y'all know he directed Boy Meets World episodes? Never showing up late again. This is my life.
No, it's funny, Miles, because Javi showed up late and dropped that same factoid after me and Jake talked about it at the very top of the hour.
That's because Javi and I have plans to fight to the death over Topanga Lawrence still to this day.
Yeah, we do.
Side note, she came to New Year's Eve at Addison back in 2006.
Oh
and
my
it was
God.
magical.
For some reason, I was expecting you to stop after she came, but then you went ahead and ruined it. With
Hug action from her.
Oh, she is way better looking in public. I mean, and you know,
in person.
In person, yeah, you got it.
And in public, probably also. I bet she looks like a shit.
A twofer.
I'm sure Ducky already talked about this, but he was not wrong. There is like a great amount of like those 70s era titties going on throughout most of the film. So that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just don't make them the same anymore.
They don't make them like they used to.
They don't make them like they
No.
used to.
Isn't it funny how bare bones this fucking movie is? We all know like the points that we want to hit on here. Yeah, it's like note for fucking note. Like everybody's like, well, yeah, there were some tits in here.
The only thing
digested food.
Go ahead, Barry.
I will say, can you imagine if you're a female and this is what you did nudity for? And you're like,
honestly, I think I'm going to disagree with you on that because of the way this film released. Like, instead of it coming out immediately and you having to go 30 years of this being on your resume, you're now like 70 or whatever, and you're like, hey, boyfriends of mine, check out me when I was younger. I took some photos for you.
Exactly. So you've got, it's like a
Still
time
rocking this
capsule,
bod.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like jerking off in a time machine.
Oh, that's the other thing. Can you
Oh my
imagine?
god, I want to do that now. Sorry, Barry. I just
No, here's the
jerking
thing.
off in the time machine sounds like so much fun.
You
But
don't
you
need a
wanna
time
do-
machine.
You want to do it, Ducky, with skeleton hands is what you want to do. Because that's what, if I was that guy, I'm like, well, you know what? I got that. Sister, look away. Or you know what? If you're into it, take it, take a gander. And here we go.
Not what I
It feels like
meant
somebody
when I said I
else's
wanted to
skeleton
bone.
hands.
Boner
Exactly.
for the
Hey, you're gonna-
boner.
Yeah, you're going to see one more bone and maybe it'll fall off too. Who knows?
It was so
Again,
weird. That was
I
so
apologize.
weird.
Oh, sorry.
No, I'm just saying it
I
was so weird. He's sitting there staring at his hands, and he said exactly what I was thinking. It was like, was it like a surgical procedure? Like, why is it no?
Well,
and he's just
cauterized at the wrist.
Yeah, and I was just looking at him like, whatever.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Maybe
five.
I just missed something in this clearly, well thought out plot, but why did the bed go from being inside to outside at one point? Like, what was that about?
because the pimp took it
The
outside.
pimp took it
It
outside.
needed sunlight.
To get
It's
energy.
for the back.
like to
Yeah.
rejuvenate those with poor sexual performances.
Beds
you mean
need
like the
vitamin D
sunlight?
also.
You mean
Yeah.
like the sunlight from the beginning of the film when they clearly just put like a blue filter over?
I
the
hate
camera
that
and
so
shot
much.
night?
Yeah, dude.
What?
Every fucking cheap 70s movie I hate so much whenever they do that. It's like you're clearly in daytime.
The sky is
So
still
it-
literally blue, guys. Come on.
Yeah.
Guys,
you
they
hear
didn't
the-
have Adobe and After Effects back then. All right. So they were working on a budget and acid. So they had to work. Okay.
We only had one gaffer. It was a nightmare.
Exactly. Guys, I'm the gaffer and I'm the Foley guy. I've been eating
Yeah.
apple all day.
Yeah.
You want this blue gel or
You
not?
you want me to talk to the cameraman or the DP? I don't know.
Exactly. All right.
The only thing we didn't talk about was the demon, and I didn't really understand the subplot of the bed. It was mentioned, but it didn't make sense to me.
I didn't
And then
understand any of this.
The ending.
The
didn't make
blood,
sense.
the drop
Why
of
d-
blood of the demon gave it life. That's it.
Oh,
How did the demon get there?
He was
it
trying to fuck the
disappeared.
witch.
Why did the
There
eyeball
was
sound
a
like it was
witch?
rolling on a floor whenever
Yeah.
it was on fucking mattress?
That was the black
Yeah.
girl's eyebrow.
Dude, the bell was just trying to freak out the Mr. Matthews. That's all he was trying to do. It's like, oh, booga, 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 look at my ass, disappear and pop
And
away.
they just look at it like, oh, there's an eyeball rolling around.
Yeah,
on
they
the
never
bed.
freak out.
Nobody freaked out in this movie. That guy lost his hands. He's like, oh, I've appeared to
Hey.
lost my hands.
Bummer.
This is a discomfort. Oh dear.
That guy was like hitting the Valium pretty hard. He was like, I'm too blitzed to care right now.
All right, very important question. Why does the bed explode at the end?
That's what the sound effects were like
Because
talking
of the
over that
virgin
scene.
blood.
Nobody was a virgin in that movie.
So
Blood
everybody
explodes?
died.
Yeah.
Everybody
last
was
girl
having
sacrificed.
buckets of chicken and fucking. Nobody was a virgin in that movie.
Last girl sacrificed herself.
Maybe
and
he just
everybody
ate too
died.
much.
You
So
said the
I
girl
smell
sacrificed-
sex and KFC.
Yeah.
I just made myself laugh with that one. Fuck you guys.
I did really like at the beginning when he like is with the chicken and the wine or maybe beer or whatever it was, and like after he picked up the empty, he's like, "Oh, my bad, I made a mistake." It's like you thought you took an empty box and bottle home. Like, how is that a mistake? Clearly, something is off here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. The ultimate white person moment was when the girl just stuck around in the room after her friend got eaten, and like she just sat in the corner. I was like, no, like we would all be the fuck out. Of
But to be fair, the bed was playing a dick move and just like opening and closing. Oh, get out now! Oh,
Yeah.
it.
Well, the painting
yeah.
talks about her state of mind too. That's what I'm saying. She was touched.
She wasn't touched. She was just like traumatized.
She was a fucking waterhead.
I've got a question for Hobby. Knowing Hobby what we know about the bed and that it does in fact eat people, would you or would you not still join in on that orgy?
Okay, I would. There's no doubt about it.
He's like, that's the way I've always
Especially
wanted
if that
going out.
if that busty prostitute was in there too. But fuck yeah, what a way to go, baby! That's while snoo-snooing all day.
Yeah, I like the prostitute when she was looking at the John and she's like, that guy's a weirdo. Meanwhile, she had like a fried cat on her head.
What a loser.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
Well,
that's
guys-
the reason the bed. That's the reason the bed was taken outside because nobody could satisfy her, and she kept telling her pimp that. So they took the
Yeah.
bed outside and trying to tell people that the sunlight was gonna give them more power.
Some vitamin
it's-
C for
How do you
the
pick up so much
man,
fucking
that shit's
detailed
fucking-
information
Yeah,
while
dude, that
fucking?
shit's deep.
And that
Bro.
poor sound design, Ref. Are you just like?
I hated it. I watched it. I hated it, bro.
It doesn't seem like you did.
Yeah, doesn't seem like good.
I,
I think.
wrote okay. it was.
Whoa! How many apples are in your house right now?
What'd you write, Raph?
Oh no, how gay it was! I just wrote 3 pages of notes, and on the last one it says it's gay.
Does it look
The
like
movie's
Jack
gay?
Nicholson from the? Does it look like Jack Nicholson from The Shining, where it's like this is gay, this is gay, this is gay? This is gay.
All right, guys. I think we talked enough about this movie. All right, the final question to go out: recommend it or not? Also, would you have sex in the orgy? Yes or no? Starting with Javi, do you recommend it?
Yes to the orgy.
No,
Yes to the recommendation.
Yes to the recommendation.
I'll recommend it, but I'll go with the preface of it's going to be a one and done. Trust me, you're just going to want to see this once. Unless you really like orgies with prostitutes.
On drugs or not on drugs?
Watch it on drugs.
Heavily sedated.
Fair enough. Jay, how about you? Do you recommend and would you go to the orgy?
Sure. Yes, on all fronts.
Right
I know
on.
that you're not real.
And I will see you there.
At the
Oh, wait, with you
Get 'em
guys.
warmed
Hey,
Don't make-
Jay! Didn't know you were going to be here.
Just don't make eye contact at the orgy. All right, Raph, do you recommend it? Would you go to the orgy?
No, I will not do neither of those.
No, no, your monogamy's kicking in. Damn.
Raph, what if I promise there'll be buckets of chicken there?
There will be
For
buckets
the
of
chicken, I'll jump right in.
Oh, damn it, Javi, you brought an empty bucket.
Oh,
and 2 eaten apples.
Where the fuck's the
Miles,
wine?
do you recommend it? Would you go to the orgy?
I'm gonna volunteer to be the like water boy at the orgy. That way I can be like a part of the action, but like not on
All
the
right.
bed directly.
All right, water
Just in there
sports.
and
Way
get
to
a little
go,
squirt. Honestly, weirdly enough, I am gonna say this movie's worth seeing once. I think it's not because it's good; it's because it's weird. But it's fun weird. I can't say that it was a good film, but I can say that I am glad that I have seen it.
Right on.
damn. Is it where? I'm sorry.
I would have rather done it on drugs. So if that's your thing, do that.
Good, Hobbs.
I was just gonna say now I can't get the image of like Miles running a craft service table at a fucking orgy. Just like, hey, brother, you look a little parched. You want some water?
We
You
have
got
an
sweet
excellent
and salty
spread.
over here. Whatever you need. Yeah.
Maybe some Topo Chico.
I got water. I got LaCroix. Whatever you want, man. I got you, brother. I got the hookup.
Jake, do you recommend it? Would you go to the orgy?
Orgy good, movie bad.
All right. Finally, Barry, would you recommend it? Would you go to the orgy?
All right, I am going to recommend it, but I'm also going to recommend that you do maybe some light cleaning at your house while you're watching. You know?
When the laundry piles up, put this on.
Exactly. You just get some, just get the Swiffer out and then just watch it. And then also, I'm going to say yes to the orgy as long as the prostitute, if the curtain matches the carpet, you know what I'm saying? I need like a topiary going on. So
Dead cat on top, dead cat on bottom. Gotcha.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm going to recommend it 100%. I think it's weird. I think this is one that's going to stick with us. I think after watching it today, you're going to be like, man, that deathbed movie was fucking odd, and I kind of dig it. There was no way it was supposed to work, and that works. So it's pretty cool. And I would definitely go to the orgy because everyone else is going to be there. So I'll see you guys at the orgy. Right
You
on.
got the
I'll
fear of
make sure
missing
I
out.
keep you hydrated, bro.
Exactly. And by the way, that chick's the prostitute's her nickname was Gorilla Salad. That was her nickname.
Are you serious? That sounds very plausible for that movie.
Hey everyone, it's just Duck jumping in here real quick to say thank you so much for checking out the podcast today. If you're enjoying it, head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, or iTunes, and give We Are Podcast Network a like. And just so you know, the next section of the podcast will be clips from the movie, so you can find replays of the live video stream at twitch.tv/We Are Podcast Network and youtube.com/We Are Podcast Network. Once again, all links can be found in the description. Come check out our live stream every Monday at 8 p.m. And for a full list of future films, check out our social media. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /We Are Podcast. And with that, back to the Horrorcast.
All right, guys.
Bobby's picking it up now.
Let's get to some clips of this. So let us enjoy. Everyone can see it? Yes. All right.
Yes.
The painting.
I've been in prison behind my painting in this limbo for 60 years now since my death.
Damn.
Why did everybody
half that time
narrate
I
their
spent in-
thoughts in this movie too? I forgot to bring that up. Like nobody has dialogue. It's just everybody's inner monologue the whole movie.
Yeah. That one girl's like, I feel sick. I shouldn't be here. I was like, what the fuck? What keep going on? That looks like a weird alien skull to me. I don't know why.
Listening to that monster snore.
It looks like Doug from Nickelodeon's Doug. To me.
Ghostie's dead.
To that monster snore.
All right. Loudest beat ever. Listen to this thing. This thing is
Everything was so loud.
Lord.
It does sound like a raspberry.
No, the door that swings open to the fucking house. That one sounds like a raspberry.
All gates are made out of rubber.
Javi pointed out whenever he goes to the house, he's like, it's closed. The door is very obviously open. And he's like, you need to go through that. Crunch, crunch, munch, munch.
Oh, we talking about the prostitute?
I like the foam.
It's like great stuff.
That looks like I just got done giving a sample for my parole officer.
Because Patton
After a beer.
Oswalt constantly says the bed that eats people in his joke, I was actually very confused by this scene because I'm like, oh, it eats other things too? That's cool.
The bed that eats
Yeah.
my shorts.
Breakfast. Or breakfast. Murder.
By the way, the bed was owned by Prince.
I can see that.
Smallest candle.
They brought
Which
it just
Prince?
solely
Prince
for this
Charles?
purpose of like showing the blood put the candle out.
Don't
Serves
get
no
it
other
on the
purpose.
flame. Don't get it on the flame. We don't have another match.
Doug, did you clip the scene with the cross necklace that like digs into her neck
Yes.
or whatever? Okay, cool. Then I won't talk about that one yet. But I have thoughts.
This is a cool shot. I like the fact that you can see the guy and the painting is obviously painted on it.
Young lady, if you could flee as fast could be, and if I could talk beyond my painting.
Oh, yes, later.
Yes.
Yeah,
Being
sure.
trapped in this painting has made me
Please.
talk in riddles.
Yes.
Yes.
Like, wasn't it? He was just a normal person. Like,
Yeah. It's the
Why
most
is he
white.
Olmec from Legends of the Hidden Temple?
He
Young lady, can you make it to the shrine of the
yours
silver
alone.
monkey?
The
fast as a
shrine
path.
of the silver monkey.
She was a fucking rocket, bro. Oh my gosh, she was my favorite.
Mirror.
why is it the rocket?
What?
Because she's a ginger.
No, it's not a ginger thing. I don't know. I like it.
And then
This is
why
some
did
good
that
acting
break?
right here? Look at this
Two
acting.
guys, right?
Huh.
Huh?
Mill's broken.
I actually
Mill.
I do like the inner monologue here because if you were sitting in a room by yourself and you broke a mirror, you wouldn't be like, oh, that's odd. You would think, oh, that's odd. So they kind of
I'd be like,
Nah, bro. I'd be like,
Dad?
why the fuck am I sitting in this bed? And run the fuck out?
Eating bugs.
Eating bergs.
Birds eating.
Does she look like Maggie Gyllenhaal to anyone else?
No, she looks
Yeah.
better than
No.
me.
Time to eat. I've made your favorite.
I made your favorite.
Three.
I'm
I'm
so
not
bad with
hungry,
those bugs.
please. I don't feel very
I
I'm
just
a
gotta say,
voice.
it's so fucked up. They put a moth in
Don't feel
guacamole.
fine.
It was good.
Well, back then guacamole was super weird. Raise the flag.
I did
Raise
it.
the flag.
Yeah.
Crunch, crunch, munch.
And just like that, she won $50,000.
It was $10,000.
I had to block out some titties on this.
What? Since when?
Always gotta block out the titties, man.
Oh, for Twitch. That's a good one.
Do you mind if I use that later?
Say still would, yeah.
That's gonna haunt my dreams.
You ruined it for us. Well, the only good
I would never look at breasts again. I would just see Doug.
Those are definitely double D's.
Why the blood from the toes? Like, what is happening here?
The toes are sad.
This is
Crying
the
blood.
Of all of the confusing shit in this movie, that confused me more because I'm like, I keep waiting for her neck to start bleeding because it clearly looks like a decapitation, and then it's just like, oh no, her feet. It's fine.
Miles, if you knew anything about the human anatomy, you know that any neck injury will automatically show through visible bleeding on the toes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I failed science.
Yeah,
Plus,
man.
Miles,
Science.
She's got gout.
You should see our orthopedic shoes.
She has some real Frankenstein boots going on.
They should use that sensor everywhere.
By the way, that's the same. This is the same tank. This is the same tank that Luke got better in Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, so that's a straight up a back to tank, bro. Boba Fett got better in one also.
Exactly. You take
Roses.
that back.
The roses.
Yeah.
Like immediately?
Dude, Foley art is just getting paid to fuck around.
That's a cool shot.
I feel like the Philly artist was Bobby McFerrin with a microphone on his like.
Random deaths.
Nothing to do with Reverend Fuster.
The John Lennon, I can't believe they got him for this. It's crazy.
By the way, notice his death was like the quickest. I'm like, all right, we're done. We're done.
It kept coming back though.
Or lesbians.
Wait,
I can
pause
show
it.
this because
Pause
it's
it
in
on
French.
this
So that's fine.
This is
but
the best.
Oral lesbians.
Big butts,
butt.
bazooms, and cracks, baby.
With an X nonetheless.
And she's in it, dude. Like,
Well,
But
you
look,
know,
it's a different book when she gets down there. It wasn't even that fucking paper.
That was a money-saving tactic. They charged by the letter back then. So,
Orgy.
Would you like to go?
Sure.
Is that how orgies happen? You just get under the blanket? Is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, fully
Yeah,
clothed,
That's
whatever.
what my
Just
priest
go in
told
there,
me.
just start rubbing and fucking on something.
All orgies start as a game of Nightcrawlers.
Yeah. And tummy sticks.
Exactly.
Oh, fuck.
I didn't realize till you clipped it, but there really are a lot of feet in this movie.
Yes.
Dude,
that,
yeah,
that feels almost
Tarantino
fetishized.
special.
Yeah.
There she is.
There she is.
There she fucking goes.
There she is.
Is
Doing
this some kind,
Wendy
underwater
Pfeffercorn.
blood dance.
some kind of joke?
Yep.
And they panned up, and it was fucking Cesar Romero there. Yeah.
What is this? Some kind of joke?
So that's the picture, right?
It's not a joke. Let me shoot the bed.
That's the catcher.
Exactly.
Anybody else think of the Danny DeVito meme from It's Always Sunny when he starts like, and then I just started blasting.
I just started blasting. So there I was. I sunk into the bed, and then I just started blasting.
By the way, that is not Al Pacino's stunt double, by the way.
I got it.
Every which way but loose, you turn me
Drink
every
that
which
penis
way.
and balls.
There's his penis.
I do like that the bed is like down to like try pretty much whatever. He's like, yeah, I'll smoke that, I'll drink that, just keep it coming.
Guys, girls, whatever, I'll eat
Yeah,
you.
dude.
It doesn't matter.
Nothing like a good cigar.
Yeah.
He's a true
Little-
leader for the
Little
human
after
community.
dinner smoke.
Yeah.
I won't need an apple core though.
Yeah, exactly.
Looking for the fire.
It's bad for you.
It's got cyanide.
So, real quick on, I didn't notice there's a lot of chatter going on. Greg says Raph is a pimp. He rules. Dan Danzy says, "Oh, this is why you had to get off the phone, Miles." And Spike says, "Of course, it's Tarantino." so I didn't notice that we were having so much fun.
Oh, I had a thought about this.
It's a book of dead people. See for yourself.
Like a book's on fire.
I'm in it, and you are too.
Okay.
And then when you get
What you
in
got?
the
What you
nightgown-
got?
Can you pause? So you notice how there was no print in that book? That's when conservatives went, critical race theory. Let's start burning books. Death library, the library that eats books.
This was cool. Like,
I really wanted her to live. I thought she was actually going to make it.
I really wanted her to get out.
But she sucks at crawling.
Yeah, old ketchup pants. Yeah, it's real.
Yeah, that's what I say. She would take a fucking meatloaf from the waist down. Thank you. I appreciate that. Whoever donated that.
Fucking Dan subscribed 12 months. 12 months! God damn, Dan. Thank you,
Dan. Sorry, I hung up
Come
on
back
you.
here.
Dan said Barry Whitewater is great.
Why does it have to be a white sheet that gets her? I don't like that part.
He was looking like a fruit roll-up right there.
More feet. Just
Then
saying.
nobody screamed.
Saying,
Somebody
"No."
fucking scream.
You're right. Why are they not screaming?
Yeah.
Well, we're not hearing their inner thoughts right now, but they are screaming on the inside.
Say, what's that fucking sound?
Goo, don't worry. Goo, about a thing.
By the way, whoever did the Bobby McFerrin, you're right. I can hear that. Don't worry.
Eyeballs.
Can you pause it? I also just want to say this movie may have not had a lot of shining points, but I do love the use of the theremin in this movie.
Oh yeah,
like the theremin was on point.
Yeah, that was just one thing I was thinking. This movie could use more fucking theremin.
Think about how thrilled the theremin player was because they never get work.
Yeah, I know there's a good reason why. They, like, you have to be
Fun to
really
shine.
good at
I'm in Hollywood, Mom.
Yeah, like Sugar Man is like one of the exceptions that the theremin is fucking kicks ass.
There was that one album where like Incubus got really into the theremin, I think, or maybe it was just one song. I don't know. I remember seeing it in a concert. It was just like, you guys, this is an unnecessary addition to this band.
Was
it in
Wild
Future?
Is that all you
This is gonna
got?
be
Is
the face of the new
apples?
band.
I also have a theremin. Fine.
Sure.
I also want to
They
give a
didn't trust
shout out.
him. Go ahead.
I was going to give a shout out to Spike real quick. He subscribed to us also, so thank you very much.
Thanks,
Thank you, Spike.
Jay, what were you going to say?
Thanks, kiddo.
No, I was like, I didn't trust the guy until I found out that he played the theremin. Now I am complete.
You know, I think differently of this man now.
I didn't understand the eyeball part. Was he throwing out the girl's eyeball or like a bunch of people's
First, I thought it was
eyeballs?
a fish because he's got these weird little fins coming off of it.
He's trying
Does
to
look fish-like.
freak him out.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
just
just,
failed anatomy because I don't know how neck injuries and foot blood work, but I also didn't know that eyeballs work that way.
You're
And they
not
roll
wrong.
like marbles
And
on
they sound like
fucking
marbles.
cloth.
Somebody freak out. Somebody
Cloth
freak
pen.
out.
Knifing around.
Knifing around. Cut.
Holiday Road.
Take that, Mr. Feeney.
Does it look like he's jerking off the bed here?
Looks like he's trying to inseminate cattle.
This is slightly discomforting.
Those are hot dogs, right?
That's
Well,
bacon. That was bacon coming off of that.
oh,
You saw him
great.
come
What
just
do
now.
I do with these?
So right before it happens, Javi goes, "Is going to be skeleton." I'm like, "No, it's not." And then he popped up his hands. I was like, "Holy shit, this movie's great."
He made me watch.
Are you serious?
The bed licked the blood clean, dude. Like that looks like after I ate chicken wings. There's nothing left on
It's gonna
that.
be like
My
that.
man.
My
I
theory
fucking
would be like,
so much
this
for that.
bed
man.
has piranhas in it.
Killing the demon.
That's what I call it.
What you didn't clip is that they set his skeleton hands on fire to keep them warm after that.
Yeah.
They
And
did.
I set fire to To the
To the bed. I love Adele.
A little Jimi Hendrix.
I don't know if you guys understand what happened. That girl at the end, the only connection she had to the girl who was half dead in the coffin was her same color eyes. That's why that bed was always freaking out around her.
Dude,
that was
are you
only-
sure you hated this movie?
Yeah, you should do a commentary for this movie. You know more about this movie than the fucking director does.
Yeah.
Like, you pulled out some deep shit already. I'm like, oh, wow, you're actually making me second guess this movie now. Like,
I would just like show it to the director. Here's why this movie is gay, but also great.
Yeah.
Oh my
I
god!
hated
His
this movie
his
so much.
YouTube-
Here's some deep fucking shit you didn't know about it.
I hated this movie. A 1-hour YouTube video commentary broken into 12 chapters. Like and subscribe.
Man, I'm serious. I've never heard somebody say a movie was so bad, but then fucking you and broke it down on an intellectual level the way that you just did.
I think that I need to
of
smoke.
notes.
I need to start smoking as much weed as Raph does because he sees the world in a different way than the rest of everyone. So.
You mean Sean Connery over here?
Yeah, I'm fucking Sean Connery.
Raph, I fucking love that joke. That was great.
That was.
Thank you guys. I'm getting a lot of good feedback on that one.
Yeah, dude, that was funny. All right, recommendations. The first one will be Deathbed 2002, just because it's the only other movie called Deathbed that I know of. I skimmed through it.
Oh, you couldn't find Dead Couch?
No.
We saw Death Couch. No, that was a good
Killer
Boys.
Sofa.
Killer Sofa.
Killer Sofa.
Did you really watch Killer Sofa? Is that
Fuck
a movie?
yes, we did. We'll tell you whenever you get to my recommendations.
All right, so Deathbed 2002. I skimmed it, and by that I mean I watched the sex scenes, and it was not very good. And it's a full moon production, so watch it if you dare. It is not the same as this. It's about the bed itself cursing the husband into choking his wife to death, and then that's pretty much it.
We've all been there.
Second one I will recommend Suburban Sasquatch. And if you watch Red Letter Media, you know all about Suburban Sasquatch. I've recommended this movie before,
God.
but it is just some CZ level shit, and it is terrible. And the Sasquatch is literally just a person in a suit, which it would be anyhow, but it looks terrible.
Was it Bob Harana?
Did you just take away points from this film because there's not a real Sasquatch in it?
I guess I did.
That's kind of a weird pull, Duck.
My bad.
Is that why you hate Harry and the Hendersons so
these
much?
lazy filmmakers
Oh,
these
look.
days.
Hey, look, they went up,
Okay,
they
we got
went
a
up the
real
skeleton
Sam
hands.
Squanch.
I just love the Sam Squatch. There he is.
Oh wait, is it what's that Irish movie we watched last week? It looks like that guy.
Rawhead Rex.
There he is.
There.
All right,
With the
guys.
double D's.
Yeah.
You guys got any recommendations across the board here?
Just the others.
The others? What? The others? That came out of
Nicole
nowhere.
Kidman?
Watch a good
Nicole
movie.
Kidman?
Yeah. Because the like they think the furniture is haunted, but it's a ghost under it, all the shit.
How do you
It's
even
pretty
remember
funny.
that movie?
What was the meaning for the ghost behind
a
that
good
movie? I
movie.
think you would know.
It's
Like,
the reverse.
100%.
It's the reverse Sixth Sense.
Yeah, everybody was alive in the end of the movie.
Yeah, except for them. They were dead.
All right. Well, anyone else got a recommendation?
Yeah,
Good, Miles.
I got one. I'll throw out Slacks, SLAXX.
I've heard of
Came
this.
out in 2020. It's about a killer pair of jeans that gets out in like a Gap type of store. It is more of a comedy. It embraces its funniness more versus its weirdness, but it's still very weird, very fun. The Bollywood scene alone is well worth the whole movie.
I gotta recommend.
Good.
If we're talking about really weird things that kill, I would like to recommend the movie Rubber about a killer tire.
Yes.
That has kinetic abilities.
It's directed by Mr. Wazo.
And it's actually I love that movie. It's really good.
Soundtrack is great.
Hell yeah, it is.
All right, for killer things, I'm gonna go with Attack of the Killer Tomatoes.
Ugh.
Wow. Okay. All right. All right. I got it. All right, I got it. Not cool enough. All right. Move
The
on.
first one or the second one?
The second one.
I like the cartoon.
The
All right,
cartoon.
Jake.
Good. I fuck with the
Jake,
cartoon.
what you got?
Killer Sofa. It's about this guy who gets this really nice love seat, and everybody comes over and compliments it, and he just has a really good time with his new sofa. No, it eats people, and it's really bad. It's akin to this, but it's set in a more modern time, and it is just something else. We watched it for good time, boys.
Does the sofa go?
I don't even remember it. It was so fucking bad. I just remember it was one of the worst goddamn things I've ever seen.
Was anybody from Boy Meets World involved in the production?
Got Sean in it.
I believe
Barry, do you have a recommendation?
Was the director.
I don't. This is the pinnacle of all horror movies for me. So this is, I heard there's something called Halloween. I gotta go check it out.
All right, guys. Well, with that said, Miles, tell them where they can find you on the internet.
You can follow me everywhere at Mr. Most Days Off, and you can check out my Simpsons podcast, The Best Darn Diddly Review Show. That's Diddly.
Right on. Javi, where can they find you?
You can find me and my art at Javi Bear Studios on TikTok and Instagram.
Excellent. Raph, tell them where they can find that video of your Sean Connery joke.
Raphael parentheses Fez, and I'll pop right up.
Right on. And Barry, where can they find you on the internet? You got any shows coming up?
I do. Tomorrow night, I'm at Plano House of Comedy. And then you can find me in Waco on Saturday at the Brazos Theater. But you can also find me on Facebook at Barry Whitewater. And that's where all my jokes and dissertations on Deathbed, the bed that eats, can be found.
12-part series coming up. Well, guys, you can find us on wearepodcast.podbean.com, where you can find all the podcasts. We are Air, we are Bagu. Of course, you can check out our social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok at /wearepodcast. And you can find us every Monday for Camp/Horrorcast, where we talk horror movies from the past, live at 8 p.m. Central Time. Next week will be Aliens. Yes, that is Hobby's birthday pick next week. So
my birthday pick was Dark City.
She changed it because it was Aliens, but okay, we'll do Dark City instead. All right, so Dark City it is, which I've never seen, but I've heard is amazing. So let's check it out. Wicked City is what you picked the weekend.
Real quick, can I give a shout out to the 4 subscribers, Rudy, David, Amber, and Dakota, who subscribe to my page. Thank you guys.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah, dude.
Keep supporting.
Yeah,
thank you,
Barry,
guys.
please come back anytime you want. We really appreciate having you on. Hopefully we can do this in the future, but you were welcome.
I had so much fun. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Barry.
Yeah, dude.
Love and miss you, buddy.
Thanks, Barry.
Great seeing you.
This movie
I
sucks.
miss you too. I miss everybody, but especially Jacob. You're always the best.
Oh, yeah. That's me,
We all miss
motherfuckers.
Jake.
Yeah, I miss
And
all
guys,
y'all,
with
too.
that said, keep horror in your heart. And
Horrors?
check you out next week when we figure out what movie.
Keep it in your heart, fellas. Keep horrors in your heart. All the horror.
Also, if you get a chance, not sponsored, Heineken Zero is pretty good. So take some. So
Oh my
Heineken
god,
sponsor us. You hear that?
dude, are you trying to get them to sponsor us?
yeah, why not? I guess I
You got
should look it
Geekster.
up.
I know.
I drink
It's somebody
Ruppelmans all
that's
the
gonna pay
time.
to
I think
sponsor
you should
for
drink
sure.
Ruppelmans like me.
That said,
Goldschlager.
cutting the feed.
And there it is. Thank you again so much for checking out the podcast today. If you enjoyed it, head over to your favorite podcast app, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and iTunes, and give We Are Podcast Network a like. And since this is Camp/Horrorcast, if you want to check us out live, we will be on Twitch and YouTube every Monday at 8 p.m. Central Time. You can find us at twitch.tv/We Are Podcast Network and youtube.com/We Are Podcast Network. And if you've enjoyed this podcast, you're going to love the other podcasts here on the We Are Podcast Network. We have We Are Air, where we talk movies, entertainment, whatever the fuck we want to talk about. That's me, that's Jake, and that's Javi. We're breaking down that pop culture, and we're having so much fun. And don't forget to check out We Are Bagu, a video game podcast, where we talk Atari to Steam and everything in between. That's me and Dr. Ethan Eastwood breaking down all that video game lore, heroes, Gyros, dungeons, and distractions side quests. Me and the boys were playing some D&D. You can start that one from Season 1, Episode 1. It's a blast the whole way through. And I hate being sober. Personal stories from epic people. I sit down with some of my favorite people of all time. We talk about their trials, their tribulations, and their journey this far. Also, check the links in the description for our social media. You can find us at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at /We Are Podcast Network. With that said, hopefully we see you in the live stream.